Boom! How's that? We did it. Success, right? That fixed it, right? Boom. Just like that. Yeah, Siri's hanging out down there. Siri! She's looking real fat today. Real 16 pounds. I don't know if you guys can see, but the thumb screw, it like unscrews, but you can see there's like a break in the thread. It's so like it doesn't come out the side. That's kind of weird. Oh boy. It's okay, guys. We'll figure it out, right? What's the worst that could happen?
3 hours later.
Why is the monitor not on? DisplayPort no signal. What? I see the red light on the motherboard. What does that mean? Red usually means scary. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. Don't mind my room in the middle of cleaning right now. Oh yeah. Oh, the red's not. Oh, that's a good motherboard. Goodbye. Well, there it is. My entire power supply and all of its cables. Very dusty. Oh, okay. Woo! There she is, little 3060. Yeah, you can see the cat. Literally, dude, oh my god, there's freaking cat hair all up in there. Hope my drivers aren't on any discs. Everything was moved over to my SSD. Everything was moved over to this. So operating system, all my programs and everything like that. There's so many fucking cables, man. Aha, I am going to need those screws. You want to build an ore that gives you the most room, you're going to cry yourself as you go. Let me just unscrew it. I got a little ahead of myself. Which also makes this a little bit more difficult to get out. Yikes. Okay. B650 Oris Elite AX Ice. Ice climbers! AMD socket. I got that AMD socket. AMD. We're rocking that AMD now. This has an opening on it, right? I can touch this thing, right? Like it's not gonna explode. The RAM's the easy part. Where's my blade? It's the CPU that is gonna scare me. Damn, dude, that's kind of crazy. Every time it vibrates, I think it's gonna fall off the stand. Stop. Do not message me, guys. I don't want my phone to go falling off of the tripod. Alright. The motherboard will explode if you hawk to a... You'll have to use the... Yeah, that I know. Grab CPU by the sides. Only match the arrow. CPU should legit just glide in the socket. Okay, legit should just glide in the socket, buddies. You can't see it. That corner, top left. I'm pointing at it. Top left, you see that? There's the same thing in that direction. So like the arrow's going in that direction to that corner. We're going in lefty. I know you're saying there's pressure. It feels like there's a lot of pressure. I mean, okay, it was making slight cracking noises, but I swear to God, it's lined up with the arrow. Install memory. All it shows is a little bit of a gap. See, it shows a gap there. Oh no, it's showing the connection point. Never mind. So it doesn't matter. I could line them up next to each other. But once I got 4, I just put them all in and it just worked. I don't know. Well, no, I don't. So I did watch a video, and because it's an AMD, I don't need the bracket behind the motherboard. There's a bracket, though, I need to put on top here, which comes with that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is pretty cool so far. I'm actually enjoying this. Guys, what if I make a career out of building computers? It's like I said, that's the scariest part to me. That. Second scariest part would be just making sure the goddamn thing works like through BIOS and all that. Well, I'm glad my friends are here to enjoy this journey with me. So I bought this as well. This is like if I'm getting more fans, which I'm going to do. You can't see. I'm going to put more fans on the bottom here. I don't have them yet, but I want to. And this would just help with that. Oakley dokley then. So I know I need to switch brackets at some point for that. Okay, so the motherboard's gonna sit like that. Okay, question for the chat. How do I know which way? I want to be pulling air. I want to be pushing air out, right? If I'm gonna sit this at the top, I want to push air out, right? So I'm gonna intake, probably intake from below. You want to push out the top and out the back, right? That makes sense. I think this, if I mount it like this to the radiator, and then it goes up, it's gonna push air out, right? Usually the text is on the front. If I mounted it like, so if this part was facing down, and this part was mounted to the radiator, it's gonna suck air in. Versus, if I do it this way, it's gonna blow air out. Sit like this, with this part at the top. So I want my fans like this. You mean top of the PC? Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is gonna pull the air out. That's what I want. I want air coming out. Hot air out. This is all it has for fans. It says direct mounting and indirect mounting. And then it shows how the fans are going on the radiator. Which this is the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it so the side you see up there, is facing down, would be facing down into the motherboard. I'm gonna plug everything in. That's gonna work first try. Is KSR here? Did that ping in the Discord that I went live? Listen, I'm not an IRL streamer, okay? So I don't have the crazy fancy data setups and connections to just be like, oh, stream out in the wild. We're now set up with the fans, yo! Alright. Progress. Progress has been made. Yeah, because I went to go line it up and I'm like, guys, they're not going through the holes. Okay, we're lined up. Oh my god, there it goes. Like a glove! Okay, it's the coarse thread. Good thing I checked. Yeah, there we go. That feels better. That coarse one, the fine thread was not feeling too good when I was screwing that in. All right, that's installed. I guess it's time to put my cooler on, huh? There we go. Oh, because it just didn't screw all the way then. And then bottom right. Get out of my way, hose. Yo, these hoses are in my way. The paste? There was paste on it. I already looked. I saw it. I saw the paste. Okay. Boom. What time is it? 6:30. So you see what I'm dealing with right there? You see that? There's two spots here I could feed it through. The top one was like a little too tight. The bottom one does this. That's just in the way now of all the fans. Want to go through the top? We could try that. Okay, that's a little bit better, right? See, it looks worse now from the phone angle. I'm gonna end it here right now. I really need to go and watch this video though. So I will probably be back in a little bit when I know we're fully completed to see that process. So thank you guys for hanging out right now. And I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully you're still awake. If not, you'll have to catch her later. Dude, I don't honestly at this point, I don't know. I'm plugging in what fits. I don't know. I've now hit a wall where I'm like, I don't even know if I'm doing this correctly anymore. Technically, the only things I have left to plug in are my SSD and my GPU now. I think I have this thing set up right. You do not want to see the cables that are on the other side right now. It looks horrible. So, here we go. So the fans are all. So these are all the fan. The white cable is the fan. That's fans and RGB. That's all plugged into here, into this thing. Okay? That's plugged into that thing, which is plugged into a SATA cable and is also plugged into that USB 2.0, this one on the right. So that's where the fans are. The fans are all in that. All the fans are. Even the fans on the front are plugged into... What the fuck are they plugged into? See that? I should probably put this back in, huh? Wait, how the hell am I supposed to screw? Oh my god, I am. I'm supposed to screw this in. That's where these screws come in, I bet. This makes sense considering my old computer, the solid state drive is literally just sitting on the bottom of it, not attached to anything. We were kind of screwing that in backwards. Dude, this thing weighs like, I don't know, 30 pounds. Oh god, we have power. Okay. Yeah, the fan's not lighting up right now, but we'll have to go in and check that out later. We have power, so we got that going for us. Alright. Actual moment of truth. We ready? Well, my mouse is on. Why is the monitor not on? That seems odd. I mean, everything's plugged in back. These are the two right here. Well, I don't know why my keyboard's not lighting up either, though. Because that should be working fine. That's gonna look super ugly now with that just cable flopping like that. DisplayPort, no signal. Still doing it. There's gotta be some other random plug not plugged in correctly. So how is that I plug it in my motherboard and it still is not working? Is there something that I didn't plug in correctly into the motherboard? Is that what's happening? Like, is there some random thing I was supposed to plug in somewhere? Okay. It's red again, guys. DRAM is red again. Well, I'm going to leave the RAM where it is, because apparently it's supposed to be in 2 and 4. It's the same thing. It's on DRAM red. That's on now. Also, I just looked it up. This motherboard says it handles DDR5 6000. No, I haven't tried the Wumbo setting yet. Maybe that'll do it. I'm going into a Discord call. Okay, so long story short, we ran into issues with my motherboard. Apparently the DDR5 RAM was too much to handle, 2 sticks at once upon initialization. So we had to put one in first, kind of let the system get used to it. Then I had an issue where my Razer keyboard didn't work, so I couldn't access BIOS. So I had to go buy a cheap $14 keyboard from Walmart. Then I got that to work. we got BIOS to work. Then it couldn't boot my Windows on my solid state drive. Well, it turns out we just messed around with some settings in the BIOS, went to some legacy mode thing, and now everything just works. No issues, no red lights on our motherboard, and everything works great. So I'm super happy with it. Thank you again to my friends who were hanging out in stream or double on that Discord call afterward. I do really appreciate all the help. So cool.